Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Can you camp without a reservation and still get a good site? The answer is yes, and we'll show you how. Stay tuned. Guys, with all the new RVs out there, you're probably wondering to yourself, are you even going to be able to find a spot in the first place?
You know, it really may surprise you that you don't really have to book your sites in advance. We very rarely do that. Only time we do is if it's a planned trip with friends and family.
This does take some flexibility on your part, but the first and probably most common thing we do is check the campground for cancellations.
Guys, this is true definitely for the parks here in New York State. They're some of the best in our area, maybe even the country, and sometimes it's going to seem very impossible to get into these places.
Guys, there's this great website we signed up for. I think it's called like CampADK. Gives you a couple benefits with it. Not only does it show you pictures of the sites that you're trying to look at, but it also sends you a notification for when somebody has canceled that site. 9 times out of 10, we'll be surfing around on a Wednesday or Thursday evening. That's typically when they come up available and when we jump on them. So definitely a great resource to think about. You don't necessarily have to book these things 9 months in advance. Keep that in mind. We found some really awesome sites at some really great parks. Again, it takes some flexibility as far as where you want to be at, but definitely something that we use all the time. Guys, another great spot to check out is like campgrounds are either run by the city or run by the county. Sometimes these either have a cancellation, which is good to find out, or they might just be overlooked.
You know, last year we stayed at 2 places. I think one was Webstertown Park in Webster, New York. The other was out by Naples. I think it was Gannett Hill.
Yeah, that one's really nice. Yeah,
you know, they're not like the state park settings, but if you're looking for something, you're in a pinch, you just want to get out camping, these are great places, and they're reasonably priced. Yeah,
they're cheap. I think we paid like $30 a night or something like that. Gannett Hill over in Naples, or it's Bristol, Naples area, whatever it is. Maybe like 20-25 sites. I think the same with Webster Park. So definitely check those out if you guys are looking for something. Again, they may be overlooked or there might be a cancellation, and usually they're full hookups or at least water and electric, which is nice. Dump stations usually someplace in the park, and then garbage and trash at the opening. So definitely something worth checking out.
Another great way to find sites is through HipCamp or even Airbnb. You'd be surprised with the cabins and some sites that you'll find.
Guys, we've had some really good luck with HipCamp sites. The last one we were at had a little private bathhouse, 30 amp service. It had a nice little fire ring for everybody to use. It's a really good setup. They kind of range in price. I mean, we found them as cheap as $15. They kind of go up from there. But definitely something to utilize if you're trying to book something last minute with no reservations. Most of them are on like a private property, which is good for the dogs. Some of them are dog friendly and you're able to kind of run them without a leash, which is nice. We found some really good ones on there. We'll post a link up above here to HipCamp, and you guys can check it out for yourself. We've been at one a couple years ago that had a pond and kayaks for rent, so definitely worth something checking out, especially if you're looking for something last minute with no reservation.
So guys, even if you're thinking about booking a site at a New York State campground, make sure that you're checking out our Camping Loop tour videos.
Guys, you're going to find some awesome sites up there. We'll post a video up here for you to check out, and we'll post anything we talked about in the description below. We'll see you next week.